Hey, we is Gang TV.
How did y'all happen to y'all supposed to meet up at the Dope Air? Mr. Fab scheduled for y'all to meet and squash it.
What happened was J Diggs seen on social media that the JT was at Fab's store.
Right.
Fab never called me or nothing. J Diggs called me.
Okay, got
He
it.
said, "Zo, the JT is at Fab's store right now." I'm in Stockton at the time. I got a Porsche truck.
Right.
I have never drove that fast in my life. I jumped in that truck and I drove down there because I want like I say, I know what Zo the Roasta. I want to see if he was really who he said he was, though, in my presence, because that'd be one of my things, though.
I wasn't supposed to squash it. You just popped up.
I popped up, and I was upset originally at Fab for not calling me, and this cat was in your store.
Cold part about it is, right, we heard the story already, but Zoe a cold storyteller.
But at the same time, Fab is a different type of character. He has his own, agenda and certain things, though, and how he deal with. And it wasn't it wasn't intentional that he was doing no shit like that, though. He was just basically saying, "Look here, man, I don't want no to be happening, especially in my store."
Right.
You know, that's Fab and Mo. Fab be on some positive shit, uplift the community type shit, so it makes sense.
So, I get out there and I'm mad at this. I say, "Man, just call the man. Tell him let's holler.
Right.
Let's talk." At that point, I had all intentions to have a conversation with this
Chop
fella.
it up. Right.
It was when he came and the way he acted that I wasn't used to that. He came with aggression. So I hit him directly in his mouth. The nigga fell against the wall. The wall woke him up because he was out. Wall wake him up. He started going up. He had about 60 compartments in his vest. Nigga didn't know where his pistol was. You know what I'm saying? So I never saw no motherfucking pistol. Tell you the truth, just to keep that shit 100. I never saw a gun.
T had it on him, though. T say he had it on him. Joe say he ain't see a weapon.
But the nigga was going for something. You know what I'm saying? So boom, when I see the nigga going for something, mind you, I ain't got an aspirin. I couldn't poison the nigga. The nigga was talking about fighting. So yeah, I backpedal. Wasn't no kids or no white women and none of that shit he made up. Wasn't none of that shit out there. You know what I'm saying? And the only nigga was out there was a Richmond nigga, and Fab them didn't even know the shit happened. So when I slide in the store, I'm like, man, the nigga got a gun. Fab like, who? I'm like, this nigga JT got a gun. He don't even know how to hit this nigga in his mouth.
Hey, Fab in there folding shirts and some more shit, right? And they outside chunking, squabbling and doing whatever they doing, this, that, and the third. Then he come in here, a nigga got a weapon, you know what I'm saying? Brandishing a weapon outside the stove,
So he go outside, JT out there ranting and raving. So I'm like, okay, what's happening, man? I come back out. I'm like, nigga, what you doing? Let's just fight. I ain't got no weapons, nigga. No, you niggas trying to jump me. Like who? It's a figment of your imagination, nigga. Ain't nobody trying to jump you unless that punch made you think. Yeah, that punch made you think it was three of us. You know what I'm saying? But wasn't nobody trying to jump the nigga. I would have fought the nigga one-on-one with my ailment. Because I'm going to die by what I believe in. You know what I mean? You're not just going to disrespect me, nigga. But like I say, I never give him another opportunity to get me riled up to that point to where I'm willing to risk my life for somebody that don't give a fuck about his own life. Yeah, most definitely. He go everywhere he go, he fuck up with the people that he deal with. They tried to knock his body off in Atlanta. Now they mad at him in Africa. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know it's crazy. Nigga said allegedly. You know it's crazy. I was watching a live from China Mac and JT the Bigga Figga the other day. Early morning, I had ended up catching a live, and he explained the story about what really happened with that.
Allegedly.
How the motherland allegedly mad at you?
Yeah, so you know, just I've been wanting to get on here and tell that story because you did an interview with him. Well, he wasn't even present.
No,
he
we
did
were
a
supposed
Zoom.
to do the interview hella long ago, though.
Yeah,
We've been
yeah,
trying
and
to set this up for a long
Most
time.
definitely.
Since the interview happened, since I interviewed JT. So
Yeah,
this
because
a
I called
long
you.
time coming.
I called you and talked to you.
Yeah.
And he was like, man.
But you was kind of heated at me, though. And now you understand that you got a podcast now that we neutral. Like,
no doubt about it.
You just told your whole story. I didn't exaggerate it. I didn't instigate the shit. You just told your story. I was like, oh, hell yeah, whoop, 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 and doing all this extra shit with it. You told your story. Just like when he told his story. I didn't, and you know what I mean? I ain't do no extras on the shit. I was actually saying, nah, that didn't happen, and allegedly, and this, that, and the third. And he going, and, you know, so I'm a lot of people was like, you know what I mean, was mad that I even did the interview, and I'm just interviewing him on music. I'm not knowing that he about to go in on what he had, you know, his issues was or whatnot.
Hey, that's one thing I respect about certain platforms. I keep it neutral over here as well. I mean, shit, it's only right, nigga. We not playing favorites. You know what I'm saying? For what, nigga? We not invested in either party. Hey, man, this was a solid interview. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? Funny interview. I had a couple laughs. Got some insight about Zoda Roasta. Some more insight, right? Because every time a nigga tell a story, you get a little bit more and more. So he broke it down a little bit more in this interview than he did in the other one. And for niggas who might have not heard it on this platform, they got a chance to hear the story and his, you know, his past gripes with JT, right? He said it originally started because, you know, he reached out to JT for some help, right, with his medical condition because he thought they was close. If you look back on the reaction I did, right, on Zoda Roasta, when he was talking about these matters and this, that, and the third, he was explaining how he used to take JT weed and, you know, they had somewhat of a relationship. So he thought, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know how deep that old relationship was and how deep that went. But from Zoda Roasta perspective, it was deep enough for him to be able to reach out, you know what I'm saying, and holler at him for some help with his medical condition. And you know what's crazy? He say when he reached out, JT was willing to oblige, but when the time came to actually, you know, do the good deed, JT stopped answering his phone, this, that, and the third. And then they end up getting into it over the text and what have you. He explained all this in the interview. I don't know if some of y'all niggas gonna go watch. For the ones that ain't, I'm gonna bust down real quick. You know what I'm saying? So he say, fast forward, they had J Diggs video shoot. He see JT. He try to holler at him and this, that, and the third. He say JT is acting strange. From his perspective, he say JT is acting strange, this, that, and the third, which leads him to, you know, getting away from JT. Later on that night, he ends up hitting JT up on Lavish D's behalf, right? Because JT ended up putting some footage out or was getting ready to put out some footage with Lavish D in a movie and this, that, and the third. And they was trying to work out the business, right? Because Zoda Roasta was now managing Lavish D, right? So he say he reach out to him again. At this point, JT feel like it's extortion tactic. Like, nigga, you didn't hit me up about this. Nigga, you just keep hitting me up about money or whatever have you. You know what I'm saying? After that, it just went left. You know what I'm saying? JT hopped on the net and had to say what he had to say about Zoe. Like, nigga, whoa, niggas trying to extort me. I'm not, you know? It just went left from there. But at the end of the interview, he did say, man, he wished JT the best and he don't got no problems with JT no more, this, that, and the third. Nigga don't expect the niggas to be sitting down having a beer or nothing like that, but it's good that they, you know, at least on Zoe and Zoe, like, it's good. You know what I'm saying? He ain't really tripping like that. Yeah, I don't know, man. They was in a live last night. They like, nigga, tag JT in here. You know what I'm saying? He ain't coming alive. I ain't seen him in there, but you know, y'all niggas let me know what y'all think, though, man, about this. It was a little funny clip, so I'm like, shit, I'm gonna bring it to the channel, let these niggas get a laugh real quick. Zoda Roasta, you know, OGs in general, though, the way they be kicking it sometimes, especially when they lace with game. If they lace with game, they gonna give it to you so gamed up, but it's gonna be, you know, worth the laugh as well, because, nigga, it be cold the way they be telling stories. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, y'all niggas, let me know what y'all think down below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button.
Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaker, need it now and not later, ho. Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaker, need it now and not later, ho. Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaker, need it now and not later, ho. Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaker, need it now and not later, ho. Ay, I need that cheese like a grater, ho. Don't play me like no simp, cause I never capped a saver, ho.
Fake ass motherfuckers be showing all that fake ass love. Keep that shit away from me. Keep that fake ass shit away from me, nigga. Before I explode on one of you bitch ass niggas, nigga.